EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, this defense for the Commanders is much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Torres. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 29, here's second down at 7. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Barkley. is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To the air goes Daniels. A throw left side, hauled in by Lane. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards for number 11.
That's good.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Liking 18. Take go.
They go play action. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 18 Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, right?
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, report.
Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Torrey. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Middle. Ready.
To throw is Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Third and 5. Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Ready?
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's brought down. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throwing now is Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Ready. Viking 18. Dragon 60.
Here's Daniels. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So first and 10 now from the 30. Daniels looking to throw. Setting up the screen, Krosky-Merritt. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 17-yard line.
13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
18. Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's third and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the gun, Jackson. This complete to Jones. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Lane. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Baun buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Now third down and very long.
Hey. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Hey, we knew that it was going to be a Herculean effort from that distance. Had to drive that kick low, and you see the result, Charles. Someone got through and got a hand on it.
And from this outside observation post, I love the aggressiveness of both teams there. One to attempt that long field goal, and the other to send the house and go block it. He hit it pretty well, and I thought he was going to have a shot at it, but a nice effort on the other side, batting that one down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
He turns it.
Throwing is Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To the air goes Daniels. All of his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of the defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 29-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
34-yard line.
On the ready.
2nd and 5.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. As he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
J.K. Scott.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. To return is Roberts. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Now Daniels. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs.
And it's a fumble. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Okay,
second and short now following the fumble.
Set. Hurt. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 19 tight. 19.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he takes it in for the Commanders' touchdown. Matthew Golden, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Commanders 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Second down and 8. Now Jackson. For Kidder here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Ready, set.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
7 Pirates. Let go.
Here's Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
On the set.
Commanders first down.
Buffalo 18.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that'll be incomplete.
Intended for Jalen.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Knock it. Tag. 7. Let go. Go, Rig. Go. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's taken in by Golden.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. To throw is Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Commanders 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Smith will come in motion right. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
He finds his man complete. That's Torres.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Eagles.
Here's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Torres. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Eagles 31, Commanders 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Commanders
70.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. They'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Warrior 7. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.